Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Mama See the Budgets, and I just wanted to make a video on trusting God's timing. I know this is way off from budgeting videos, so without any further ado, let's get right onto the video. If the truth be told, most of us don't like waiting, particularly if we are waiting for something to change, for something to get better. Waiting can be a very frustrating experience, but the worst kind of waiting of all is waiting for God. When God forces you to wait for things to get better in your life, for things to improve, to change, to reverse, and nothing is happening. And yet, over and over and over and over and over again in the Bible, we are told to wait on the Lord. This is the most difficult place to be in life, is in His waiting room, in God's waiting room. Some of you are in God's waiting room right now. What is His waiting room? When you are in a hurry for something to happen and God isn't, that's God's waiting room. Some of you are in a hurry to graduate, to have a family, to get married. Some of you are in a hurry to have your career, to launch a new business, close a big deal. Some of you are in a hurry for a big accomplishment. Some of you are in a hurry for all kinds of things in your life, your fitness goals, to be the best version of you. And we hate to wait as human beings, especially waiting on God. Have you ever been waiting and we get so impatient? We want to hurry God up and we want things right now. And you're about to give up and you get discouraged and you realize God's standard time is not always running on my time. And in the waiting room of life, where we have to trust God the most difficult waiting rooms of life, that builds our character the most. We learn to trust God. That faith is possible to trust God, and it builds our character. You see, while you are working on your project, your goals, sometimes God intends to fulfill your needs, your prayers, your wants, your vision, but you're not ready yet. He says, I want you to grow, and when you're ready, it's gonna happen. A lot of the times we think we're waiting on God. We're waiting for a prayer to be answered. But He says, you're not waiting on me. I'm waiting on you. I'm testing your faith. I'm trying to grow you. He says, the blessing is so big that you can't handle right now. You can't handle it yet. Another thing you have to learn in life is that delay is not a denial. There's a huge difference between no and not yet. Now, immature children don't know the difference. You tell a toddler not yet, and they have a hissy fit, and they don't know. A delay is not a denial. God says, I intend to do these things in your life for these visions for you to do, but you're just not ready yet. And at the right time, I will answer your prayers. God's often waiting on us. And why is this important? Because when you are in God's waiting room, you fall into temptation to so many things. You start worrying, you start stressing, you get anxious, irritable. You can get envious, jealous. He got a promotion, I didn't get a promotion. She's having a baby, I'm not having a baby. She got engaged, I'm not engaged. He's starting a new business, it's taking off. What about me? And all of these kind of negative emotions come in your life and we start having a pity party. So what does God want you to do during the waiting period? Because you're going to go through it. God is not a vending machine where you put in a prayer and you pull the thing out and you're going to get it. There's always a delay. It's by design to teach you to trust Him, to grow up and build in your character. There's a big difference between no and not yet. God told Abraham that he would be a father of a great nation, but he didn't have a baby until he was 90 years old. God told Moses he would lead people out of slavery, but it didn't happen for 150 years. And then he brings him out to the desert to wait. God gives Joseph this big dream that he would save his family and his people from famine. Then he gets falsely accused. God had King David anointed, but he couldn't even be king till years later. Even Jesus Christ spent his first 30 years waiting before he started his earthly ministry. See, a delay is not a denial. When God delays, sometimes we feel forgotten. Psalm 13:1 says, "How long, O Lord, will you forget me? Forever?" You come to a point and sometimes that God has forgotten you. Worry is a common experience because we all go through it one time or another, feeling that God isn't there or that he has forgotten us. What you believe is that God has given up on you. You may be feeling that right now, but he has allowed me to remind you that it is okay. He never gives up on you. He never ceases to care about you. He will not abandon his work on you of what your trial is a part of. He even says that your name is written on the palm of his hands. Your very name is tattooed on his hand. It is engraved there. It cannot be removed. And such thing, God's concern for you. He cannot forget you. Whatever storm you are in right now, you have never left his mind or his heart. Yes, when God delays, we feel forgotten, but God never delays without a purpose. He knows you, he knows your heart, he knows everything you want, you need. Just be patient because God loves you. Don't forget. Again, he has your name tattooed on his palm. He knows who you are. You're never forgotten. Sometimes you just need an answer. You've been waiting for so long for something so specific, and you need God to show up in a particular time frame. It's an urgent need, and he doesn't show up. When God doesn't answer when you need him to, what conclusions do you come to? Do you think to yourself, did I do something wrong? Did I ask the wrong way? Do you find yourself asking, does God even hear my prayers? So often we think when God doesn't answer in our way, in our time, that is because he doesn't love us. God loves you. In the darkest moments of life, I want you to hear Jesus right through your fear saying to you, I am right here. God's timing might not be what you hope for, but I hope that you can trust the one who keeps the time clock. We lose control when we can't go on our own time, when we have to trust someone on our own time, and that is God. I have to trust God. We rather go, I like this plan you have and this purpose, but can I have it my way? And now that I'm a parent, I recognize my own son, that he doesn't like to wait on my timing. He doesn't like to wait. He doesn't like to wait and be patient. But if he just trusts my timing, it's for his good. It's for his good. It's for him to be blessed and prosperous. And so you can live life frustrated, anxious, stressed out, fearful, angry, or you can rest and trust in his timing. Just trust in his timing. Why? Because it will give you peace and it will help you remove disappointments and hurt and pain. Hi friends, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. God says, you are my son or daughter. Trust in me. Follow me and I will fulfill your needs. The world is filled with temptation, sin, pain, but if you stay the ride, I will bring you joy, peace, love, and everything you've been searching for. God is the only one who satisfies us. He never says that you will not suffer, so trust in God and His timing, and He will bring you a prosperous life.